In the grand theatre of fashion history, certain names stand as monoliths, visionaries who not only defined their eras but reshaped the landscape of style forever. Among these luminaries, Christian Dior and Roger Vivier occupy a unique place. Together, the legendary couturier and the innovative shoemaker created a symphony of luxury, revolutionizing the way women dressed and walked. This is the story of their collaboration, a tale of elegance, vision, and timeless beauty. To understand the magic of Dior and Vivier, one must first step back to the somber aftermath of World War II. Paris, once the world's fashion capital, had been scarred by years of austerity and occupation. Women's wardrobes reflected the times, practical, functional, and devoid of embellishment. The glamour and opulence of the pre-war years had all but disappeared. And yet, like the city of Paris itself, beauty and creativity lay dormant, ready to bloom again. In 1947, the world watched as Christian Dior released his first collection, known as the New Look. With its exaggerated hourglass silhouette, cinched waists, and full skirts, the New Look redefined femininity. It was luxurious, unapologetic, and gloriously extravagant, a celebration of women and of life itself. For Dior, this collection marked not only his debut but a seismic shift in post-war fashion. However, there was one missing piece to this rebirth of style: the shoes. Dior believed that footwear was an essential extension of his designs, not just an afterthought. He needed shoes that would complement the grandeur of his creations, but more importantly, he needed someone who could elevate shoemaking to an art form. Enter Roger Vivier, a designer whose name would become synonymous with sculptural elegance. Born in 1907 in Paris, Roger Vivier was destined to revolutionize footwear. Unlike other shoemakers, Vivier approached his craft like a sculptor, viewing shoes as miniature works of art. He studied sculpture before delving into shoemaking, a background that would influence his lifelong work. By the 1930s, Vivier had opened his own boutique, catering to women who desired shoes that were as beautiful as they were functional. His approach to design was unlike anything seen before. Where others saw shoes as utilitarian, Vivier saw an opportunity for innovation. He experimented with shapes, materials, and embellishments, creating shoes that were elegant, daring, and artistic. His work caught the attention of influential clients, including royalty and socialites, who admired his attention to detail and creativity. But it wasn't until he crossed paths with Christian Dior that Vivier's genius truly found its perfect stage. The collaboration between Christian Dior and Roger Vivier began in the early 1950s. Dior, whose haute couture was already causing a sensation worldwide, was meticulous in his vision. For him, every element of a woman's ensemble, from the dress to the hat and of course the shoes, had to align in perfect harmony. Dior believed that shoes should follow the natural line of the foot, without exaggeration. He wanted footwear that was elegant but restrained, enhancing the feminine form without overwhelming it. Roger Vivier, with his sculptural sensibility and technical mastery, was the ideal partner. He shared Dior's belief in balance and beauty but also possessed an unbridled imagination. Together, they formed an extraordinary partnership, crafting shoes that became an integral part of Dior's haute couture collections. During their collaboration, Vivier was appointed to create footwear for Dior's runway shows. His designs reflected both the spirit of the New Look and his own artistic flair. While Dior created silhouettes that celebrated the female body, Vivier ensured that every step a woman took echoed that celebration. One of Vivier's most notable contributions during his time with Dior was the reimagining of the stiletto heel. While high heels were not a new concept, Vivier refined and popularized the stiletto, crafting heels that were slimmer, higher, and more elegant than ever before. Using new materials like steel, Vivier was able to create delicate heels that were strong and graceful. These shoes became a defining feature of Dior's 1950s collections. But Vivier didn't stop at stilettos. He continually experimented with shapes and silhouettes, designing shoes that were sculptural and avant-garde. Among his most famous creations during the Dior years were shoes adorned with intricate embellishments, pearls, beads, and jewels that mirrored the opulence of Dior's gowns. Vivier's ability to blend technical innovation with artistic beauty set him apart from his contemporaries. One of the standout designs from this period was the comma heel, introduced in the late 1950s. Unlike the slender stiletto, the comma heel featured a curved, sculptural shape that was bold yet refined. It reflected Vivier's ability to push boundaries while maintaining elegance, a philosophy that resonated perfectly with Dior's vision. Vivier's shoes became more than just accessories, they were statements of artistry and sophistication. Women who wore Dior's Couture also wore Vivier's shoes, knowing that every element of their ensemble had been meticulously crafted to perfection. The collaboration between Christian Dior and Roger Vivier defined an era of luxury and femininity. Together, they demonstrated that fashion was not just about clothing but about the total look, an orchestrated ensemble where every detail mattered. Vivier's shoes became synonymous with Dior's haute couture, and their work together elevated footwear to a level of artistry rarely seen before. However, the partnership was tragically cut short. In 1957, Christian Dior passed away unexpectedly, leaving the fashion world in mourning. His death marked the end of an era, and while the House of Dior continued to thrive under designers like Yves Saint Laurent, the magic of the original Dior-Vivier collaboration remained unparalleled. Vivier, however, didn't fade into obscurity. He continued to innovate and inspire, launching his own label and creating iconic designs well into the 1960s. His clients included some of the most glamorous women of the 20th century, Queen Elizabeth II, Catherine Deneuve, all of whom adored his imaginative and elegant creations. In 1962, Vivier famously designed the buckle shoe worn by Catherine Deneuve in the film Belle de Jour, a design that remains iconic to this day. The story of Dior and Vivier is one of mutual respect and shared vision, a partnership that elevated both their work to new heights. Dior's focus on creating a romantic, feminine ideal found its perfect complement in Vivier's sculptural, avant-garde footwear. Together, they not only defined 1950s fashion but also left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire designers today. In modern fashion, Vivier's influence is still palpable. His innovations, such as the stiletto and comma heel, remain staples in women's footwear. Today, Roger Vivier's name lives on through the luxury shoe label that bears his name. Known for its iconic buckles and elegant designs, the brand remains a testament to Vivier's enduring artistry and creativity. The collaboration between Roger Vivier and Christian Dior was more than just a meeting of two creative minds. It was a cultural moment that defined an era. Together they proved that shoes are not mere accessories but integral components of a woman's style and identity. Vivier's sculptural designs and Dior's romantic vision combined to create fashion history, leaving behind a legacy of beauty, innovation, and timeless elegance. As women in Dior's gowns and Vivier's shoes walked through the streets of Paris, they didn't simply wear fashion, they carried art. And in doing so, they became symbols of a new world, one where beauty, creativity, and femininity reigned supreme. The story of Roger Vivier and Christian Dior is not just about shoes or dresses, it is about the power of collaboration, the pursuit of perfection, and the enduring allure of elegance. Their work reminds us that fashion, at its best, is more than clothing, it is a reflection of culture, art, and dreams.